Searching for treasure used to be a kid's game. Not anymore. These guys look forward to weekends of getting back to that childhood thrill of the hunt. And now that they're older, their backyards have gotten a whole lot bigger. And that's what makes them booty hunters.
When we got to Savannah, we went straight to the beach on Toddy Island. The view was awesome, and it seemed as if sunset waited for us to get there. It was such a treat to dig in the soft, loose sand compared to the rocky ground we're used to in northeast Georgia. We scattered like flies and began our civic duty of removing the trash from all over the beach.
That's it. Looks like iron. Yeah, that's what it is. What is it, a bullet?
Or a musket. I spotted a local hunter and just had to ask him about his finds.
So what's the best thing about out here?
Here, I don't know. I average 50 gold rings a year.
Okay.
But not here. You know, I find 2 or 3, 4 here a year maybe. About 07, the hurricanes came to Florida and they messed up a lot of motels. You know, when you're metal detecting, you like to go mom and pop motels when it's not. It's all taken.
No, it's never all taken. If you ever thought it was all taken, it's time to turn that thing in.
No, you're right. It's not. I find something every day.
Always changing. That's the great thing about it.
Hold on. Let's go back to the beginning. You've just seen metal detectors in action, but let me explain how they work. Burning daylight. You want to know about this? You want to learn about these things? You want to make $1 million? You want to find the booty?
All right,
you got to know about these.
Show me what it's about.
All right, basic metal detectors, really you just turn it on and go. It's made up of 2 different things. It's got a coil, which sends the signal down into the ground. When it hits a piece of metal, it comes back, then it goes up to the processor up here. This reads the magnetic signature of that metal and gives you a rough estimate of what you got down there. Like for example, there's 5 cents.
It can tell?
By its magnetic signature. Now it's not gonna tell you a dime is 5 cents, a quarter is 5 cents. But just because it's 5 cents on here doesn't mean it's 5 cents.
Okay.
It could be a bottle cap or something like that. My gold ring shows up as 5 cents.
5 cents.
So
It's not gold.
yeah, it's gold.
It's
stamped. Made in China, 14K. All right, there's another mode, this pinpoint, and the way it works is it's constantly signaling the signal down, and the closer you get, the louder it gets. As the target gets in the middle, it gets louder.
Right there.
Right. The next piece is really important here in Georgia is a pinpointer, and it works on the same principle as a pinpoint here, in that it's always sending a signal. But the way this works is the closer you get, the faster it vibrates and the more it tweets. When you get right on top of it, it'll go solid. It's got a little LED light on it too. It's waterproof. These are great. These are about 130 bucks. But they will save you, especially up here where it's rocky and rooty, hours. I know I see it. That's perfect. I know, yeah, I'm looking at the map right now. Right, I got it. Okay. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Hey, David, come in here. Think we got something here. Scott finally talked to the shrimp boat captain. This is the greatest treasure hunt to date. All right, Scott talked to a second generation shrimp boater from the Savannah area, and he got the story from his father, and this guy's in his 80s, so we're talking about the early 1900s, 1910s. We're working Blackbeard. He worked the coast, the East Coast, from like North Carolina down, Florida, and did a lot of hiding in here. They even have an island named after him here in Georgia, Blackbeard Island. So, this is Savannah here, Tybee Island. We're gonna take our boat out of here and go south to Blackbeard Island. And we can't do anything on Blackbeard Island because it's a national historical place and metal detectors completely not allowed there. But according to these shrimpers, back in this area here, there's an island with 2 freshwater springs on it. And that's where black-bearded men used to go for water all the time. That was their spot. I mean, if they're going there for water, they're going to be used to that area. You know, it's going to be like their second home.
And if it is a hole in the ground, that's a good place to hide.
So we'll be in this area here. We'll be looking for this freshwater springs. We'll be looking for tall vegetation that's growing off that fresh water. And once we get there, we'll set up camp and we'll start looking for these springs on these islands. We'll find a suitable place, and then we'll start looking for the springs.
So if people hadn't lived there in a long time, we have a better chance of finding stuff that's not trash.
Well, you know there's going to be trash on the shore because we've gone up and down this area here, and we've hit a lot of these islands, and you know there's always trash on the island, but on the shore. But inside the island, you know, people can take a day trip there. They can take their boat and have a picnic or whatever.
Well, it's going to be less trash inside, so.
Right. It'll be on the coast mainly, on the shore. I don't have a lot of experience with metal in salt water, though. So I can't. I know what stuff looks like here in North Georgia that's been in the ground since the Civil War. So when we recover stuff on here, we're going to find, you know, we are going to find some trash. But the steel and the iron and those things, they're going to corrode away. They're going to be eaten up, especially in that salt water. So there's a couple things that don't, though. That's silver and gold.
Having problems with the boat, the fuel line's busted. Can you go to the marina and find out if you get a part for that? He don't even know if they're open. He's gonna walk up there and find out. Or we'll call you back. All right, bye.
So he's going to check it out, and
Check out, see
if
they
it's
have the
broken,
part.
we've just wasted our whole weekend.
What else we gonna do?
Well, we set up camp. We won't get any hunting done tonight. And the second boat, does he get to keep the boat?
Yeah, he gets to keep it.
So today's just basically a whole day's bit of waste. So all we're going to do is go straight to the island.
Yeah.
If we even get a boat.
Right.
That's the best thing that could happen to us today, is if we get a boat at 3 o'clock and get there before dark. What a... What's the word? All right, so we went up to the marina that's up the river here and talked to those people, and they called all these people they knew that they thought could do it. And we got this one guy who said he'll help us out. He knows the islands around here well. He knows all the rivers like the back of his hand. He's got a charter fishing boat company. So he's gonna come pick us up, and then we're gonna take off, and we should be out of here in another 20, 30 minutes.
Okay. So where are we going? The same place, or?
Yeah, the way we were looking at Google Earth and going around, he knows a shortcut to go through, but I showed him where we were wanting to go, and he said he can get us there fairly quickly.
Our captain was just as advertised. He knew shortcuts we couldn't even see. From our research, we learned following the dolphin through the rivers assured us we were in deep enough water for the ships of the day. Once the island was in sight, we all breathed a little bit easier, so we just sat back and enjoyed the view. Once we arrived, we got our equipment unpacked and scouted the area, paying close attention to the high tide line. We found a good spot on the beach and got the camp set up. As expected, we didn't have time to hunt, and to be honest with you, I'm not sure any of us had the energy. And if we did, Scott sucked it out of us with his quirky ways.
Look at this. Look at this. There was no sand whatsoever in this tent.
I like sleeping with sand. I'm sleeping in there. What do you care? And so it begins.
So how long did it take us to get out here from when we left the dock? It was a while, wasn't it?
A couple hours.
Wow, I didn't think it'd take that long. Well, we know that this island hasn't been deserted in its own all of existence, so there's no telling, you know,
what kind of metal stuff that's going to be, what kind of trash that's been left from the early 1900s up to today, you know.
Mm-hmm.
People can get to it, even though nobody's out here, people can get to it. So I don't want to exclude like iron from our search on the metal detectors, because there's little pieces of gold that show up as iron, and iron may be a relic that could be, you know, it could be a sword or a little dagger. But we're looking for a spring coming out, right, Scott?
The point would be that, yeah, anywhere up and down the intercoastal, you get a hammock like that, it's sustained by fresh water.
That's where everybody's gonna go.
Yeah. Got to think like a pirate. You had a big boat and you need water.
Speaking of water,
Todd's coming
we
in.
were about in it. We didn't have time to change our clothes, only time to pack up and start dirt fishing.
What'd you find?
Could be lightning rock or shells. Ha! Pop top. Now it's amazing to see that within just 20 yards, we've gone from a 1970s era pop top to the 90s. This is 20 years within 20 feet. You just have to look for these little clues.
This is gonna be trash. It's too close to the top. The old style pull. Oh. Pull tab. Need that wand Greg has. That pinpoint wand.
How do I know you didn't just take what was over here? Ooh.
I'm so blind. That it?
Have you seen any? What do you?
Look what I found, man.
That goes kind of like with what I found. See, I think these are pieces of a skiff from an old pirate ship. You know, they'd have
They melted the cannons down somewhere.
You think it could be that? I was thinking maybe these are like torn pieces of the metal skiff on the bottom. And as they came across this island on a rough sea, it just was decimated. We won't find much wood, but little fragments of the rowboats carrying the treasure.
Could be melted beer cans.
Same thing.
I think that's one of the things that no one has taken into account. But when you look at the way some of these trees have been scraped, it's nothing but velociraptors. This whole place is just undisturbed by man for who knows how long.
I'd say at least possibly 36 hours.
Easily. Wow! This could be an old steering wheel. I know in the old days, some of the earlier pirate ships, they learned to forge metallic wheels. And I also know for like drying strips of meat, they would hang these on the trees and then
Scott.
hang the meat. What?
Come on, we're heading back to the beach.
Let's go deeper.
We spent the day crashing through the jungle. No one found the freshwater springs, so we headed back to the beach. We found junk, and Scott found treasures. I found something that looked like an old hinge and some modern day coins. The rest of the time was spent doing our public service of removing trash from the beach. We got several hits on the beach and enjoyed digging in the soft sand.
But wow. You see how that just came off? That's a quarter. Wow, 1986, and it looks like this.
The view was so much better than when we were in the jungle. Unfortunately, our luck wasn't. So we gathered our things and headed back to meet the captain.
I slept better than I thought I would. I guess it's because we're so tired. Sand's not that bad to sleep on.
It's as good as a nice mattress.
I got this old steel thing. And this went inside of it, and it looks like it was some kind of hinge or something. It was a good day because even if you don't know where it is, we know where it isn't. And that's more than anybody else knows about this place. It's Scott. Yeah? Yeah. Hello.
Greg.
What's going on?
Greg.
What's going on?
You're not gonna believe what I'm looking at.
What?
Two beautiful, far inland freshwater springs under a couple of hammocks.
Were you out on the boat today?
I took the boat a good bit further south and just found this amazing spot. Hard to get to, but accessible from the ocean. It's got to be it. I don't have any equipment though, but we got to start checking it out. How soon can you get down here?
Well, we're out in the field right now with all the equipment, so we just need to get a little overnight bag packed and head that way. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I'll head back to the docks and I'll be waiting around and I'll see you when you get there.
Okay, I'll let you know we're on the road.
Right on.
All right, bye. Dude, we gotta go. We gotta go. Forget this mountain.
It's pretty early. I think we'll make it there today.
Yeah, we'll make it today. I don't know how much, metal detecting we're gonna do, but at least we'll get to the island. I mean, I'll detect at night. I don't care.